The power boards would like housewives to stagger their Christmas dinner times. Though the power engineers are working normally over Christmas, the Eastern Electricity Board says people should still economize. Prince Edward should know in about an hour if he's going to be allowed to leave hospital and join the rest of the royal family at Windsor. Doctors are due to examine him at the Great Ormond Street Hospital shortly. And later today, the Queen will broadcast her Christmas message. You will, of course, be able to hear it on Capital Radio immediately after the 2 o'clock news. And in an hour's time, the Pope will give his Christmas blessing at St. Peter's in Rome. He's expected to call for harmony between men, especially in the Middle East. The town of Bethlehem has changed hands many times since the birth of Christianity. Andrew Meisels.
Bethlehem is an Arab town today, but Christians from all over the world have come here tonight to celebrate the birth of Jesus at a time when it was an all-Jewish town. Not far from the Church of the Nativity is Rachel's tomb. On the tomb, the ancient promise made to the matriarch of the Jews, "Your children will return here." So whom should the town belong to? Arabs, Jews, Christians? Or can they all somehow learn to live in it together in peace? The new year may bring us the answer to that question.
37 degrees in London. A misty day with occasional sunny spells is promised. Robin Houston, Capital News, in tune with London.
Capital, Christmas and you.
Looking for fun and feeling groovy.
At 7 a.m. Christmas morning, an event to change the color of Santa's hair. Down the chimney comes Kenny and Cash.
Yes, sir.
At 10:30, Richard Attenborough with Capital Classics. Midday, and Sarah Ward, a girl with 2 turntables loaded with Capital Classics.
Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey.
2 p.m. and the Christmas message from Her Majesty the Queen. Roger Scott takes you through till 4. Robin Ray shines from 4 to 7 and exposes the best of 1973. Then there's a party going on from 7 till midnight when Nicky Horn presents a Capital Classic Christmas. Christmas Day on Capital. Make yours a classic.
Hello, this is Dave Bellew of Tilbury, 20 Shore Crescent. I would like to wish my wife, Linda, and family, kids, a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Thank you.
Working in a coal mine, going down, down, down. Working in a coal mine, about to slip down. Working in a coal mine, going down, down, down. Working in a coal mine, about to slip down.
5 o'clock in the morning, I'm already up and gone. Lord, I'm so tired. How long can this go on?
That I'm working in a coal mine, going down, down, down. Working in a coal mine, about to slip down. Working in a coal mine, going down, down, down. Working in a coal mine, about to slip down.
'Cause I make a little money, hauling coal by the ton. But when Saturday rolls around, I'm too tired for having fun.
Time for heaven, I'm just working in a coal mine, going down, down, down. Working in a coal mine, about to slip down. Working in a coal mine, going down, down, down. Working in a coal mine, about to slip down.
Lord, I'm so tired. How long can this go on?
That I'm working in a coal mine, going down, down, down. Working in a coal mine, about to slip down. Working in a coal mine, going down, down, down. Working in a coal mine, about to slip down.
5 o'clock in the morning, I'm already up and gone. Lord, I'm so tired. How long can this go on?
That I'm working in a coal mine, going down, down, down. Working in a coal
very difficult to be a camp coal miner, wouldn't it? Going down the pits in a pink frock.
Yes. Wouldn't stay clean very long. 7 minutes past... I don't know what that had to do with it. 7 minutes past 9 o'clock is the time, and here is the jingle.
Capital's here for to fill your ear with cheer, for a cheery ear is an ear full of cheer. So have no fear for your ear, 'cause when you're near to the cheer that bends your ear, you will cheer all year to hear that we're near, oh listener dear, oh listener dear, listener dear.
This is David, Sydenham Palace. I'd like to wish all the Crystal Palace supporters Merry Christmas.
Up the Arsenal!
Beg your pardon?
Up the Arsenal.
I see. Here's Tamla.
One can have a dream, baby. Two can make that dream so real. One can talk about being in love. Two can say how it really feels. One can worship on a star. Two can make that wish come true, yeah. One can stand alone in the dark. Two can make the light shine through. It takes two, baby. It takes two, baby. Me and you. Just take two. It takes two, baby. It takes two, baby. Make a dream come true. Just take two. One can have a broken heart, living in misery. Two can really ease the pain like a perfect remedy. One can be alone in a crowd like an island, he's all alone. Two can make it just in any place, seem just like being home. It takes two, baby. It takes two, baby. Me and you. Just take two. It takes two, baby. It takes two, baby. To make a dream come true. Just take two. Just take two. Just take two. Ooh, one can go out to a movie looking for a special treat. Two can make that a single movie something really kind of sweet. Yeah, one can take a walk in the moonlight thinking that it's really nice. But two walking hand in hand is like adding just a pinch of spice. Yeah, it takes two, baby. It takes two, baby. Me and you.
Oh, Kenny and Cash.
Just take two.
Certainly does, every morning.
Raving round the breakfast table. Yes, in fact, we'll be doing it for the next saxophones. Several months, anyway.
Yes, by golly. Every morning, 5 o'clock, up in here at 6:30 going, hello, everybody, get up. Maybe one of those. We have a few little goodies to throw at you. You like that one?
Agamemnon.
And the first of them is that we will be awarding a booby breakfast. We have contacted Fortnum's Wheel on Meals or whatever it's called, and if you have an embarrassing moment, we thought of sending one to Ted Heath every morning because he has one every day.
Do you mind? I'm a conservative.
I know what you mean.
And there's no two opposite organisations than Fortnum's and Meals on Wheels. I mean, really, David.
Anyway, we got to organise with somebody. I'm not too sure whom, but the idea is if you have an embarrassing moment when you have been left with egg on your face, so to speak, we will send you the egg cup in which to put your egg in, because you already have that, plus a whole breakfast. So all you have to do is write down your embarrassing moment on a postcard and send it to Booby Breakfast, Kenny and Cash, Capital Radio, Euston Tower, on the NW13DR. And starting next week in the new year, we will award every morning a booby breakfast.
And not only that, we'll stick in a capital hamper to boot.
Of course.
If you feel like booting a capital hamper.
That is.
And now, on Happier Capital, it's Hello Sailor Time.
Hello, Tate.
Yes, and also I would like to say hello to all the fellas on HMS Belfast who wouldn't let us on.
Oh, what's that? I didn't hear about that.
That's that ship that's anchored near Tower Bridge. That
yeah.
huge battleship job there.
Why wouldn't they let us on?
Well, we were going to invade the place, you see, and sort of groove around and have a good time there. And the Admiral said, "No, can't do that, not until spring."
What happens at spring?
I have no idea.
It's capital at Christmas. Bum bum ba 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 dum. It's capital at Christmas. It's capital at Christmas.
Why don't you all listen to The Who?
People try to put us to down. Talking about my generation. Just because we get around. Talking about my generation. Things they do look awful. Talking about my generation. I hope I die before I get old. Talking about my generation. This is my generation, baby. Why don't you all fade away? Don't try to dig what we all say. I'm not trying to cause a big sensation. I'm just talking about my generation. My generation. My generation, baby. Why don't you all fade away? Don't try to dig what we all say. I'm trying to cause a big sensation. Just talking about my generation. This is my generation. This is my generation, baby. People try to put us to down. Just because we get around. Things they do look awful cold. I hope I die before I get old.
That was fantastic, Dave. You're such a clever boy, picking all these hits. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean. That's The Who in my generation at 15 and a half minutes past the hour of 9 o'clock on a Merry Grimble. The only thing is that when you use your mouth to blow, you can't talk.
Well, that might be a good thing in some people's eyes.
Why don't you ask me about J.J. Cale?
What's about J.J. Cale, Dave?
He's a fantastic artist who I freaked out over, and he's only had one single hit, and being it's a Capital Classic Christmas, we can only play the one hit, you see.
Well, play it.
I certainly will. It's an old rock and roll favorite. That's right. It's called Call Me the Breeze. Yes. Sort of laid-back breakfast. He's like the Carpenters, only laid back.
They call me the breeze. I keep low and low. They call me the breeze. I keep blowing and blowing.
that a big hit? Taiwan?
No, Uganda. Before the revolution. That's the sound of J.J. Cale off an LP called Naturally. It was a big hit in the States, actually. And we'd like to know where Monty Maudlin is. We really would. I wanted to talk back, and I said, where's the fat fool, I said. And I said, oh, he's a Hackney General.
Lovely.
Yes, he always was that type.
Capital Radio, hip hooray!
Hello, Monty.
Early morning radio, Capital.
Capital time is 19 minutes past 9.
I didn't know you could read the clock.
Oh, I've been practicing. Do you know that living can damage your health? That's why people die. Hello, listeners. Are you having a delicious Christmas?
We are.
Hope you are too.
This is Fontella Bass from 19... Rescue Me!
Rescue me, or take me in your arms, rescue me. I want your tender charm, 'cause I'm lonely and I'm blue. I need you and your love too. Come on and rescue me. Come on, baby, and rescue me. Come on, baby, and rescue me. 'Cause I need you by my side. Can't you see that I'm lonely? Rescue me. Come on and take my heart, take your love, and comfort every part. 'Cause I'm lonely and I'm blue. I need you and your love too. Come on and rescue me. Come on, baby, and rescue me. Come on, baby, and rescue me. 'Cause I need you by my side. Can't you see that I'm lonely? Rescue me, or take me in your arms, rescue me. I want your tender charm, 'cause I'm lonely and I'm blue. I need you and your love too. Come on and rescue me. Come on, baby, take me, baby, 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 let me go. Can't you see that I need you, baby? Can't you see that I'm lonely? Rescue me. Come on and take my hand. Come on, baby, and be my man. 'Cause I love you, 'cause I want you. Can't you see that I'm lonely? Take me, baby, love me, baby, Can't you see that I'm lonely? Rescue me, rescue me.
Well, she sounds like she's enjoying herself. Fontella Bass and Rescue Me.
I think we ought to...
I think we ought to listen to attention, ladies and
Yeah.
gentlemen, because we have our managing director here. He's
No,
doing a
chairman.
show. Oh, beg your pardon, Dickie Pooh. Chairman, he's going to do a commercial for himself.
Get in, cash attention! Thank you.
Hello, this is Richard Attenborough, and I'd like to invite you to join me to listen to 90 minutes of my favorite records on Christmas morning at 10:30.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. What a wonderful man.
Talking about that program. You know he used to do it for the Beeb.
Did he?
Yes, he used to do it every Christmas. He always does his Christmas special.
Oh, like the Queen?
Yes, that, yeah. Not quite, but that sort of idea, yes.
Yeah.
And he went there this year, and he said, and they said, I'm afraid, Mr. Attenborough, that you'll not be able to do your Christmas special. He was very hurt.
Yeah, I would be. No, I
Yeah.
wouldn't. I'd think, to you, dear.
Oh, the Beeb pays more money, though.
Not than us.
Hmm?
Are you getting less money than the Beeb? Oh, I shouldn't have said that, should I really?
Who, me?
Aren't you getting £500 a day like me?
Oh, yes. But I get it in banknotes this time.
I get it in used LPs. This was my payment for yesterday's show. Deja Vu by Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young. Teach your children.
You who are on the road must have a code that you can live by, and so become yourself, because the past is just a goodbye. Teach your children well. Their father's hell did slowly go by, and feed them on your dreams, the one they fix, the one you know by. Don't you ever ask them why. If they told you, you would cry. So just look at them and sigh, and know they love you. And you of tender years can't know the fears that your elders grew by, and so please help them with your youth. They see the truth before they can die. Teach your parents well. Their children's hell will slowly go by, and feed them on your dreams, the one they fix, the one you know by. Don't you ever ask them why. If they told you, you would cry. So just look at them and sigh, and know they love
They just don't end records like they used to. Deja vu, or I've been here before, folks. That's what it means in English. Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young on Atlantic. We're having a ball here.
I wish we could repeat that joke that was on during that. That was the funniest thing I've ever heard, Everest.
You know the one.
Capital, it's not your wireless that's going queer. Kenny and Cash are here. Kenny and Cash are here. On the radio on 95.8. Stereo up to date. Capital sounding great. Kenny and Cash is a capital idea.
Merry Christmas!
She was only a petrol pump attendant.
Don't go on.
Right, okay.
This is Brian McCreath of Streatham. I'd like to wish a very happy Christmas and a very happy New Year to Eva.
Ah, thank you very much. That was all brought about by Georgie Fame's Getaway, which was a commercial at one time.
Great bass, great voice, great vinyl.
Gotta go. I hope you're ready, cause take a look outside. Don't mind the weather, girl. Let's take a ride. Get away. We'll leave the city folk. They'll have to stay. Don't have to pack a thing. Just get away. Gotta go. Get away. Take a look at that deep blue sea. Don't you think it looks great? Not a cloud to be seen in the sky, and the sun won't wait. I believe that the time is right. Don't let it slip away. Instead of dreaming about tomorrow, you can live today if you get away. I know a little place not far from town. Gotta go. It's a kind of pretty place, 3 up, 2 down. Get away. I think if ever you decide to stay, well, I know it's gonna be because we got a
great, that is.
It's very bouncy, yeah. Georgie Fame and Get Away, and some divine petrol pump man filled me up right to the brim yesterday.
Yes?
Yeah, right. You know the tube that goes down to the tank? That was even filled.
Oh, what?
God bless the creature.
Yes, the way your car sucks up gasoline, though, it'll just about
Yeah.
take you to here and back.
I know, it's a lovely car, though. I insist on travelling in luxury.
Yes. Not like us peasants who drive bikes.
Hey, let's have that bouncy bundle, shall we?
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, direct from the glowing ponds of Hackney Hospital, Monty Maudlin.
Yes, here it is. Hackney General listening about his petrol and his posh car. Wants to travel like us on a tandem, doesn't he, love?
Yes, he certainly does.
Does,
yes.
mate.
Get
What?
there quicker.
Darling, what's wrong with you, sweetheart? What's
Well,
been
I did have a mild heart attack.
a mild heart attack?
And I was
yes.
on intensive care until yesterday.
You're feeling all right, though.
But
You're
I feel
looking
much better
looking
now,
lovely.
thank you.
Good wishes to you. What's
Thank
your name,
you.
darling?
North, Margaret.
Margaret. Well, I wish you well,
Thank
darling.
you so
and
much.
from Kenny and Jack, Kenny and Dave.
Come on.
Well, I'm getting all mixed up. And this lovely sister has turned me right on,
No,
darling.
I'm not sister.
You're not a sister.
I'm the nurse in charge.
You're
State
nurse in
enrolled
charge.
nurse.
Well, you ought to be a sister, darling,
Right.
because you look so good. You've got a lovely lot of... Do you prefer looking after women or men, darling?
Ladies.
Ladies, women?
Ladies.
Why do you call them all ladies? Are they all
I-
ladies in Hackney?
Yeah.
Well, believe it or not, that the name of the matron here is a Barstead. And he is really... That's your name, isn't it?
That's correct.
What's your first name?
Tony.
Tony Barstead?
Yes.
My God, you must have some ribbing. Well, you don't want this two on Dave and Kenny. They'd be calling a right bastard.
Well, they would, yes.
Yes. It started with me this morning. It started with the wrong one, mate. Well, Barstead, are you going to have a right Christmas here at Hackney?
Yes, we are.
What sort of Christmas are you?
Well, we've all the usual things. We've got plenty of food, and all the nurses are in
Plenty
there
of
at good
drink?
time. Well, not
Yeah.
too much drink,
And
but
have you got a full hospital here at Christmas?
we have closed a few wards down. Got as many patients home as we
How many
possibly
have you got
can.
in hospital, lad?
600 plus today.
600 plus patients, all being looked after, and particularly looking after, well, of course, is the Association of Jewish Ex-Service Men and Women, who are always coming to the hospitals at Christmas Day to give their Gentile friends the day off. Now, what's your job normally, sir?
I'm a director of the Printing and Stationery Company.
Printing Stationery Company. What's your job here as chairman of the...
Social Services
and
Committee.
how many of you are going to be volunteering to wash up?
Just on, nationally, there'll be over 3,000 helping.
3,000 helping the hospital, all Jewish people giving their Christian brethren a day off. And what about you, dear? You're a very pretty girl. What's your
thank
normal
you.
job?
I'm a secretary normally.
And you're going to... But what's your duties going to be here in the hospital today?
Well, actually, I come from Southend, and I belong to the Southend Ajax, but,
But
I'm
you've come-
helping out Hackney today.
You've come all the way from Southend?
Just to help
Have
out.
you? Kenny's come all the way from Wales to help us out. Where have you come from, sir?
From Bow, not
From
so
Bow. And you're helping out here at the hospital, all voluntary.
Yes.
You're going to be washing up. Are
It's
you used to
usually
washing up?
domestic
I bet
things,
you,
washing up.
I bet
but-
you don't do any washing up at home.
Well, only if my father doesn't do it, I do it.
So today you've got to do it and serve tea and the breakfast. And what's your normal job, sir?
Well, I'm director of Men's Fashion Company.
And you're going to be doing some hard work here, washing up and
I'm
scrubbing.
organising the Hackney area of the hospital.
And what about you?
Well, I have a sauna business.
You have a sauna business?
Oh, yes.
I
in,
see.
In Piccadilly.
And what will you be doing here today?
I'll be helping in general, and also doing transport, running the volunteers from hospital to hospital.
Well, I think Ajax are doing a wonderful job. And from another patient who's sitting here, darling, and smiling, says, come over, Monty. What's wrong with you, love?
I had a mild heart attack.
Mild heart attack. Well, don't have one after you've seen me, darling. I wish you well. And I must say, before I sign off, David, Kenny, the Hackney and police
Yeah.
have said, look, would we give them a nice mention? Because they said, can you come round? Could we all go round and cheer up the boys in blue in Hackney? And I don't think we've got the time, have we, Kenny? And,
Well, I thought you were going to say they want us to all come round and visit their jail for a minute.
well, why don't we? Why don't we sometime? If you're willing, Kenny, and we're all willing, Dave, we'll visit the boys in blue because they say that they have a quiet manner. They haven't any burglars operating over this holiday.
Oh, I'll get
Isn't
them
that nice?
some.
They're all gone on strike. Anyway, from the wonderful ward here, this is B5 ward with Mr. Barstead, who is the principal officer. Poor chap, what a name. And to you both, we're going to rush off, if we can, to go right under Rotherhithe Tunnel and get to the Dockers Hospital at Bermondsey. So here's wishing you lads well and carry on with that lovely chat.
I think that's about as funny a name as Monty Maudlin. You're welcome. A big hand for Monty, because he really deserves it.
Yeah,
Yes,
they
sir.
sound as though they're having a real good time in that hospital, don't they?
Yes.
Yes.
How about that going to jail for Christmas?
I must break a leg and get in one of these hospitals. They sound like they're having a ball in there.
Hey, this is Sally Robinson of Chelsea. I just want to say Happy Christmas to Tom, Francis, Mark, Gabby and Nick.
John is in the basement mixing up the medicine. I'm on the pavement thinking about the government. The man in a trench coat, black job laid off, says he's got a bad cough, wants to get it paid off. Look out, kid, it's something you did. God knows when, but you're doing it again. You better jump down the alleyway looking for a new brand. A man in a coonskin camp in a big pen wants $11 bills, and you only got 10.
This is Bob Dylan, plus a little bit of choral enthusiasm. If you know the words, join in.
Maggie comes Fleetfoot, face full of black soot, talking at the heat, put the plants in the bed, but the phone's tapped anyway. Maggie says the man say they must bust an early May. Orders from the DA, look out, kids, no matter what you do. Walk on your tiptoes, don't tie no bows, better stay away from those that carry around a fire hose. Keep a clean nose, wash the plain clothes, you don't need a weatherman to know which way the wind blows. Oh, get sick, get well, hang around the inkwell, hang bell, hard to tell if anything is gonna sell. Fly hard, get bought, get back, ride rail, get jail, jump bail, join the army if you fail. Look out, kid, you're gonna get hit by losers, cheaters, six-time users, hanging around the leaders. Girl by the whirlpools, looking for a new fool, don't follow leaders, or watch your parking meters. Oh, get born, keep warm, short pants, romance. Learn to dance, get dressed, get blessed. Tired of being success. Please her, please him. Buy gifts, don't steal, don't live. 20 years of schooling and they put you on the day shift. Look out, kid, they keep it all hid. Better jump down a manhole, light yourself a candle. Don't wear sandals, can't afford a scandal. Don't want to be among you, better chew gum. The pump don't work, cause the vandals took the handle. Yeehaw!
He really knows those words, folks. In fact, he's famous for it. When he gets to Gates of Heaven, Peter will say, "What did you do when you were down there?" He'll say, "I sang along to..." What does it go?
Maggie comes Fleetfoot, face full of black soot, talking to the heat with plants in the bed, but phone taps anyway. Meg says the man say they must bust an early May. Orders from the DA, look out, kid, you're going to get hit by heaters, cheaters, six-time losers.
Come in.
Yes, I know him very well, you know.
Yes, Merry Christmas, everybody. God bless you all. It's 73 Christmas. Isn't that wonderful?
I think it is, actually. I'm going to really enjoy Christmas now. When I got up at 5 this morning, I thought, you're out of your mind. But now it's 9:36 or thereabouts, and it really sort of...
I can feel the spirit coming on, can't you?
Yes. I wish I had that vodka here, though.
It's in the It's in the suitcase.
Yes, we can't touch it until 10:30.
No, we're respectable broadcasters.
Is that what it is? How come we get fired from so many stations if we're so respectable?
I've got the record for being fired.
Yes?
No, play it.
I thought we were going to have a monologue.
No.
Oh, Donovan, in that case.
Sunshine came softly through my window today. Could have tripped out easy, but I changed my ways. It'll take time, I know it, but in a while you're gonna be mine, I know it. We'll do it in style, 'cause I made my mind up, you're going to be mine. I'll tell you right now, ain't a trick in a book, and I baby, all that I can find.
My, what a jolly time we're having here in the studio. I've got that desperate need for turkey.
Yeah.
It's been a whole year. I've had turkey for a whole year. I've got the need for turkey. Dalston and Canonbury Ambulance Station wish you all a Merry Christmas and want us to do the same for them. So, Dave?
There we are. Merry Christmas to all those in the Dalston and Canterbury...
God, forget it. Dalston and Canterbury. Hi, Ambies. If I ever need you, I'll call.
Hey, you know what? I figure the only people listening to us this morning, being it's Christmas morning, you did that well. You got them both covered.
Well, it's Christmas time for colds.
I see. The only people listening to us are policemen and ambulance people, because everyone else that's sane are in bed.
Oh, they're the ones to know, though, Dave. I mean...
This could be good for us for the rest of the year.
Right.
There was something else I was going to say. Oh, yes, we're going to take book on whether Monty Maudlin gets to wherever he's going. Where is he going again? Where is he going? Bermondsey. Bermondsey Dockers Hospital, that's right. Can you imagine Monty with all those dockers? You know, the only people that are bigger than him.
The vision leaves me,
speechless. Precisely. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Hey, I got some program information for you about Boxing Day on Capital Radio. Between 7 and 9 in the morning, Kenny and Cash get at it. Between 9 and 12 noon, Tommy Vance and Joan Shinton. There's a good-looking woman. Between 12 noon and 3 p.m., Tony Myatt's gonna rock you through. Between 3 and 6 p.m., the smooth sound of Gerald Harper. Between 6 p.m. and midnight, Uncle David Simons on a Capital Classic Christmas.
Grady Mama, where you been so long?
That's even more J.J. Cale.
Yeah, there's a million records like that, you know, Dave. I was going down south, working on the railroad, hitting them wheels. Here's something really ancient, folkies, on an old Sue LP, the Sue Story.
Thurston Harrison, Little Bitty Pretty One.
Especially for Kenny Ducky.
I beg your pardon?
Eh?
I beg your pardon?
Ittle Bitty Pretty One.
Oh, I see. Oh, all right, go on. Let you away with that one. I'll have you know I'm a fully paid up member of the Butch fraternity.
Thurston Harris and Little Bitty Pretty One. And now I'm going to do a weather forecast without a mistake, if that's all
Okay,
right.
let's hear it.
The weather forecast for the London area is dull and misty with fog in outer London. This will clear slowly after dawn, but it'll remain misty with the...
Forget it.
He's breaking me up, folks. I wish you wouldn't wave your thing at me.
Beg your pardon. This
Your
gets
headphones.
worse. Hey, why don't you play a record? You're making a terrible, horrible mess of this weather forecast.
Take two.
Give
Don't-
it to me. Give it to me here. Ladies and gentlemen, as an ex-member of the BBC, I shall now... Cash?
Yes?
Silence.
Okay.
The weather will be dull and misty with frogs in outer London. This will clear slowly after dawn, but it'll stay rather misty with occasional sunny spells. The temperature now, 36 degrees, rising to 43. The winds will be light. Nienko, nienko, tienko. Olé.
This is a song about a 1932 Ford Coupe, or as it's known...
Well, I'm not bragging, babe, so don't put me down. I got the fastest set of wheels, yeah, in this here town. 'Cause someone comes up to me, don't even try. 'Cause if I had some wings, man, I know she could fly. She's my little deuce coupe. You don't know what I got. You don't know what I got. She's a little deuce coupe with a flathead mill. But she'll wipe a stingray just like standing still. She's boarded and relieved and broken board. 204 in the top end floor. She's my little deuce coupe. You don't know what I got. You don't know what I got. She's got a competition clutch with 4 on the floor. And she purrs like a kitten when my leg pipes roar. And if that ain't enough to make you flip your lid, there's one more thing. I got the big slip daddy. And coming off the line when the lights turn green. She blows them out the water like you've never seen. I get pushed out of shape and she's hard to steer. And I get rubber in all 4 gears. She's my little deuce coupe. You don't know what I got. You don't know what I got. She's my little deuce coupe. You don't know what I got. You don't know what I got. She's my little deuce coupe. You don't know what I got. You don't know what I got. My little deuce coupe.
You don't know what I got. The Beach Boys, or Jan and Dean. I lied.
Actually, they did a great one called Sidewalk Surfing. I don't know if you remember it. They did a song, Sidewalk Surfing, ooby-doo-wah, and you put your feet on a board with roller skates underneath it and rush down the pavement killing old ladies.
The one I like off this LP is that Dead Man's Curve.
Oh, the Carpenters one.
Did they do that as well?
Yeah, they did it on their Total Concept album.
Oh, that's far out. We, of course, Annie the Chalice, who produces this mess every morning, has got a cold, you see, and we're deciding which classics to play because we have this gorgeous thing of being able to play all the old records today and tomorrow. And exactly. And every time Kenny says, "How does that go?" And he says, "It goes like this."
Little deuce coupe. Play a record, Dave.
All right. This is the Supremes, and I hear Monty Maudlin.
You've given me a true love, and every day I thank you, love, for a feeling that's so new, so inviting, so exciting. Whenever you're near, I hear a symphony, a tender melody, pulling me closer, closer to your arms. Then suddenly, your lips are touching mine. A feeling so divine till I leave
Diana Ross and the Supremes, that was in the days when Diana was with the Supremes, I believe, was it not? 19-something or other. And, you know, last year we had a really great idea for Christmas, folkies. This might do for your next year's if you decided you spent too much money. We decided to put a £1 limit on every present. So we used to go to junk shops and buy real great old things, like we bought somebody an old radio, an old valve radio with the sunset on the dial, you know, one of those things. And it really worked. It really got old programs.
It's a capital Christmas.
Tenka. And now to prepare you for Dickie Pooh's show, we have a bit of Mozart.
Off an LP called Mozart's Greatest Hits.
Und ist eine little bit of the Nachtmusiker, der weiß schon das Haus.
Want to know how to make dough? Mix Waltz of the Flowers with the water music. Goodbye. It's 5 minutes to 10 on Capital, the greatest station since the universe began.
This is Blood, Sweat and Tears and Lucretia McEvil. 9:55, news time at 10.
Lucretia McEvil, little girl, what's your game? Hard luck and trouble, bound to be your claim to fame. Tail shaking, home breaking, trucking through town. Each and every country mother, son hanging round. Drive a young man insane. Evil, that's your name. Talk about it. Lucretia McEvil, that's the thing you're doing fine. Backseat Delilah, got your 6-foot jug of wine, woman. I hear your mother was the top of the sticks. Nothing that your daddy wouldn't do for kicks. Never done a thing worthwhile. Evil woman child. Devil got you loose under lock and key. Ain't about to set you free. Signed, sealed, and witnessed on the day you were born. No use trying to fake him out. No use trying to make him out. Soon he'll be taken out his due. What you going to do? Ooh, Lucy McEvil. Honey, where you been all night? Your hair's all messed up, babe, and the clothes you're wearing just don't fit you right, no. Daddy Joe's paying your monthly rent. Tells his wife he can't imagine where the money went. Dressing you up in style, evil woman child. Oh, Lucy, you just so damn bad.
turneth me on, that does. Sound of blood, sweat, and tears, and the story of Lucretia McEvil.
We have a young lady on the telephone who wants to say something to us all, ladies and gentlemen.
At the third stroke, it will be 9, 57, and 40 seconds.
Now think of all the tuppences I've saved you there, folks.
Taking us up to news, Horst Jankowski. There's a repeat of the 9 o'clock news at 10 o'clock, so therefore why don't we repeat the one going up to it?
Horst Jan Ski.
Clever. Clever.
Okay.
Horst Jankowski and a Walk in the Black Forest. We have David Bowie coming up for you after the 10 o'clock news, so don't go away.
Early morning radio, Capital.
10 o'clock, Robin Houston with Capital News. The arrival of Christmas has been celebrated across the world, particularly in Bethlehem. Bob Slater was there at midnight.
It's after midnight now, Christmas Eve in Manger Square, Bethlehem. The church service in the background signals the start of the Christmas holiday here in this town where Christ is said to have been born almost 2,000 years ago. A crowd of some 5,000 has gathered in the square, about half the usual number. The evening has passed uneventfully. Patrolling the square have been Green Beret Israeli soldiers keeping the peace.
Peace in the world has been the keynote of many Christmas messages and prayers, and the Pope is expected to talk about peace, particularly in the Middle East, in his Christmas blessing in Rome, which is timed to begin about now. The latest London bombs. 2 Hampstead sisters are in hospital with leg injuries after last night's blast at the North Star pub in South Hampstead. 5 other people were hurt. Ed Boyle of Independent Radio News.
The North Star pub was packed. The landlord had obtained a Christmas Eve bar extension, but very nearly an hour before it expired, the device blew up outside one of the main doors, showering customers with splinters of wood and flying glass, and there was apparently no warning.
Another bomb at the nearby Swiss Cottage pub was smaller and didn't cause any injuries. There's doubt in London over a report from Israel that the ballet dancers Valery and Galina Panov have been allowed to leave the Soviet Union. The London Committee for the Release of the Panovs say they'll wait for confirmation before commenting. Power, and the word from the electricity boards this morning is please economize on power as much as possible.